shit. Darren, you usually do real intros. You want to do one for the first one back?
What's up, motherfuckers?
Get your tits and dicks out. I don't know.
I was thinking of some on the way home from work, I think.
Okay.
I think I was talking to myself.
That's a fucking weird way to start that one. That intro ain't good so far.
So what are the ones you were thinking of when you were driving? Because you're not coming up with any now. Did those all leave your ear also?
Cunts?
Okay.
Or smelly cunts. That one works too.
Smelly cat, smelly cat. What are they? Smelly cunts, smelly cunts. It's not your fault.
It's your owner's fault.
That's
she doesn't wash you. It's not hard to not be smelly.
That was stuck in my head the other day.
That's a good song, though.
Okay, you change it to smelly cunts. I appreciate that.
I feel like, yeah, of course.
Well, so this is our first one, and I want to say we haven't done one in probably almost a year.
No, it's been about 6 months.
Really?
Yeah.
Only that short time? I felt like it was longer. I did one mini one since I moved here by myself. Just a quick update one, kind of keep everyone in the flow of things. And I think one of my last guests, I think Alex, you were the last guest I had. Because we were doing a lot of duos because everyone kept bailing on us last minute.
Right.
So it's just us doing shit.
The only reliable friend in the group.
Hi.
Shows up 3 times a year. But she knows she's going to show up.
Yep, that's me.
I've seen her 20 times in the past 2 months.
It's very true, actually. It's very true.
Yeah, Alyssa drags me out. I don't like going out places. Whenever she says, hey, we're going out, I'm like, who are we going with? She says to me, okay, I'll go.
What day was your wedding?
October 29th.
You had Jesse's birthday.
That's why. I know. I heard why you couldn't make it. And I was like, well, that's warranted. We were just wondering because we were like, where was he? Yeah.
Hey, you're going to sit with us, you fuckhead.
Yeah.
Would have been a
Well,
fun
you get to see me all sexed up at his wedding.
Yeah.
There we go.
I do owe you a present. I have it. Some of it. Everybody gets a wedding present.
What, are you building it? Why do you have some of it? Were you missing pieces?
I mean, building it?
Missing pieces. Okay. And I, honest to God, forgot what I even fucking bought.
So it's never getting done. I can't wait to get mine on my 30th anniversary.
They're like, here, you're dying, but here's your wedding present.
On my deathbed. Hey, I got it.
Yeah.
It's
like, thank.
Hey, it's origami.
Yeah,
Just took me this long to do it.
Yeah.
Took me 30 years to figure it out.
I would never be able to figure that shit out.
Listen, it's taken me 26 years how to figure out my ADHD brain without meds, and still don't work. So, if that doesn't explain something, I don't know what will.
Just raw dog and that shit.
Yep.
Same.
You know how I raw dog happiness?
You don't.
I was going to say masturbation and coffee, but...
That works too. That works.
It does work.
That would make for a good intro.
You know I can chop that shit and just throw it in the beginning instead, and I'll just leave the normal part of the conversation in too. So you'll get that in just the intro, then you hear where it came from.
You could do the intro as as snippets of everything, you can lead into what people can listen for the whole time to see where the spots are.
Make them trailers instead. Just
keep
upload them everywhere.
That's what a lot of people do.
I wanted to do that originally, but in the middle of moving and trying to do that, I was like, I don't feel like doing all that extra work when I don't have time already.
Yeah.
That's why I stopped doing it for so long. I had no time. Every time you want to, I'm like, dude, the mics are packed. I'm not unpacking them again. I'm just leaving them. They can stay.
Well, I might as well reintroduce us again.
I mean, if you want to.
You two lovely co-host owners, whatever the fuck you want to call it, Darian and Mikey.
No, you're coffee bitch. We already discussed this. You're coffee bitch.
So where's my coffee, bitch?
Still at the store.
Oh, shit.
No, you're not one of the bosses. You don't get that privilege.
So isn't yours.
No, but...
I would have bought you coffee if you asked.
No, it's fine. I don't need coffee. That's way too much
for
coffee.
He is good at picking them up if you ask. He is good at that. That's why I call you coffee bitch, because it's funny. It fits.
It's very fitting.
On your way over, do you mind getting me this? You can give him the exact order, and you'll go get it.
That I will.
I would like one French fry, from the McDonald's on this address, and 1 chicken nugget from the Wendy's over here across town. And then I would like a frap and a smoothie, and also ice cream.
You get 1 singular French fry.
I want to try to do that. I want to go to any fast food joint, just order a French fry. I'm
They
just
would
saying,
just
can I
hand
have
you
a
one
French
off the
fry?
fucking floor.
I would say,
Oh
can I
yeah,
have...
they will literally hand you the hairiest, dirtiest
Yes.
one, and they'll probably spit on it too.
Yep,
Oh, that's
probably.
fine. I just want to do it anyways. Now, big guy, do you have change for $100 bill?
How much is the 1 French fry? 1 cent. Okay, here's 100.
Not even. I would just walk up and say, can I have a French fry, please? And just leave it at that and see if they can figure out what I want. See what the order I get is.
They'll
Like-
probably give you a small French fry.
I'll say a small fry. I'll complain, but I ordered a French fry. What's this?
1 giant French fry. 1
Yeah.
potato. You get a raw potato.
Yeah, a potato.
If somebody ever ordered, like if I ever worked fast food, somebody ordered a French fry, I would throw a potato in your car. Don't give a fuck if it broke a window or hit you in the face.
It'd be really
throwing
funny.
it at you.
I mean, it makes sense. 1 French fry. Here's 1 raw French fry. Go make them at home.
Yeah.
Go suck a dick, make it somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
Here's full price.
We have a terrible fast food chain. So we get
No
shut down
shit.
because no one buy thing.
No,
We
it'd be
throwing
Dick's
potatoes
last
at
resort.
people.
Yeah.
Be dickhead's last resort.
Yeah.
Oh, it all might be worth it. It might work. Fast food version.
Right. You can either sit down and we'll throw it at you in the restaurant or we'll throw it in your car.
The name I came up with wasn't that good in my head. Fast Dicks Resort. wasn't the best. It wasn't the best. I mean, it might be. It might be. Watch, we're gonna see one around the corner on 152 after. There'll be one in construction. I'll be the one delivering concrete to it. I'll be like, I fucking had this idea.
On fast dick construction.
Yep.
Oh, man.
So I had to write down your TikToks, Alex, because there have been hits on the YouTube channel.
The YouTubes.
Yep. And out of just these, I think there's 12 here. I don't feel like counting them again. You got 30,000 views on just 12 of them. I didn't hear a word you
Said
said.
you're lucky you can count that high.
Oh. I thought you said something about a French fry again. I was like, why are we back on French fries?
No, we're not
again?
back on French fries.
I was like, I'm trying to get off French fries.
What, I got 30,000 French fry views?
Yep. 30K French fries on 12 fry videos. But everyone's favorite one so far has been your puff pastry one.
Oh, yeah.
I got 9,000 within.
That was my mommy's recipe.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, she made it on the wedding day, and it was really good. I think it was the wedding day. It was really good. So I made them again.
That's
Oh.
the only acceptable way to say mommy.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't like it the other
Just
way.
saying.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Unless your husband's into that, then
No.
by all means.
No. My mommy is just my mommy that gives me food.
So, real quick to finish
Food
off with that
mommy.
topic. So, my dad was in one of our newer tri-axles at work, and I was done early, so he asked me if I want to go for a ride, but I knew we had plans. I was like, I don't want to do that just in case. He goes, sure, I want to go for a ride with Daddy? I'm like, dude, especially not when you say
when
that.
you say that.
I said,
Especially not now.
No,
I said,
especially
when you
not
say
now.
it like that, I definitely don't.
That's when you get called by your government name. Especially not now, Mike.
Yeah.
I know, I should have. I was like, especially not now. I was like, go ahead. I was like, I'm going to go home. And I cried in the shower when I go home, that's all.
My mom's in my phone as Mother
Playing
O Dearest.
footsies
My
with me
dad's
over
in
there.
my phone as Daddy O. So both those are completely appropriate. I just say
It
mommy
is.
when she, something like that, where she said something sweet, and I'm just like, oh, my mommy made this.
I just say, ma.
I usually call her mom.
Me
Yeah,
neither.
like or my mother. I'm like mother. That's it.
No, I've never done that. I'm too
Or
lazy.
if I really need her, I'll just like yell at her in her name, like full name, like she used to do when I was a kid, and she's like, "You did not," and I'm like, "I did because I needed your
Government
attention,
name.
and you weren't answering."
I did that once. I thought I was going to die.
You know.
I thought COVID almost killed me. That almost killed me faster.
Nah.
Shit.
I actually almost dropped dead from that.
Yeah.
The look I got, I could have died alone just from the look.
The only time I do it to my dad is when we literally cannot find him or he will not respond to anything. If he answers to his first name, shortened first name, he will answer and he won't be mad at me.
Oh, that's why I say ma to find my mom. Because I
Yeah.
just scream it. Like in Wedding Crashers, ma the meatloaf. That's how it started, that whole
Ma,
bit.
mama,
Oh, Stewie.
mama.
I left her a voicemail at work once like that on purpose. I knew she wasn't at her desk. So I called her and I left the voicemail just like that for her. It took forever. I almost did it perfect. I couldn't help it. I started laughing at the end of it. I was like, fuck. I would have a perfect voicemail if I left it.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, couldn't hold on.
So speaking of which, when I was a little kid, I called my mother a fucking bitch because I didn't want to take a shower. I was fighting her for about an hour.
Why'd you want to take a shower?
I don't wanted to keep playing.
Oh, that's why. Okay.
Yeah, just drag
I thought
me
you were
inside.
just sitting down and go shower. No, fuck
No.
you. I'm not showering.
I don't know.
That's why I was like, why does it matter so much?
I called her a fucking bitch, and I didn't think this lady's reaction time was that quick. It was. I can't even explain it how fast she slapped me across the mouth. The first time I ever called her by her full name, I got that same look. I said, "Nope, I'm turning away." But it's funny. Me and my mom just fuck with each other all day long when we see each other. We go on Christmas. It was a full day of fucking with her. Didn't matter what. Just joking. She calls me fat. I call her old. Shit like that.
I keep telling my mom I'm putting her in a retirement home and just have a loop of friends. It should be fine. Loop of friends and Big Bang Theory. She'll live.
Be like an insane asylum, but
Yep.
she won't think it's an insane asylum. Yeah.
So, this has been the ongoing joke. Every year, since I've moved, that my mom has gotten me a stocking. She almost didn't last year. I threatened to put her in the home for the last 5-6 years. I said, you either get me a stocking or I'm putting you in the home. That was the picture I sent to her. I said, look, it's your catalog.
Just start showing them, showing what you're looking for.
Retirement home. Retirement home. Retirement home. That's funny.
It's been the ongoing joke for years. And sure as shit, she got me a little tiny stocking. Usually I get a full one. She's like, nah, your girlfriend could do it for you.
I would have put coal in
I
it.
was like, what the fuck? Yeah, I would have too if I was there.
Yeah. I
Surprised
would have
she
gotten the
didn't.
biggest stocking possible and filled it with fucking coal.
I would have just put like empty boxes in there, like
Or that too. Like wrap presents. Like
Yeah.
put coal on top and then be like, no, that was the joke. Please go dig deeper. And then have like a box and then maybe put like used tissues in it or something. Or like rotting food or something. And just keep having all these little wrappings and be like, just keep opening. That was the joke. That was the joke. I swear there's something in there. I swear there's something in there. Then you get to the bottom and be like, there wasn't anything in there.
But yeah, that was my joke.
No, I think she's a little smarter than that. I would have thrown the food back at her. Be like, huh, you like to play fucking games now, huh?
That's gross. I wouldn't want to smell that. That'd be so gross
Oh,
opening
she
that up.
has such a
I'd
weak
smell.
stomach anyway, she wouldn't be able to handle it.
Surprisingly, my father does. You wouldn't think he does, but he does.
That I am surprised about.
Dude, one year, I'll never forget. We'll get off of parents after, and we'll move on to the next one from here. But my father's taking out the trash on a summer day. You know how that shit's gross.
Mm-hmm.
He goes out there. I hear him from inside the house. And I start dying laughing.
I'm like that.
I couldn't stop laughing. And now it's a whole thing where he takes the trash, go, oh, Dad, hold your nose. I was like, you ain't
You
gonna
should
like
get one
it.
of those the swimmer ones, the swimmer things you
Oh,
put on your nose to like block the
His
snow.
nose is too big, it won't work. He needs one for like an elephant or something.
He's got a honker, that's for sure.
He does. He says it's getting in the way of his vision, which ain't true, but that's what he says.
I mean, just like squish it down.
No, his is wide.
Oh.
Not long, it's wide.
Mm.
Looks like I got hit with a frying pan.
Felt that.
What?
I said I felt that pain.
No.
It's not long, it's wide. Jesus, took you 10 minutes.
I just wasn't commenting.
I figured that.
Yeah.
Smartest one out of the group.
Look at the Audix. I didn't even do this in Audix. I'm that fucking dumb. The views are all out of order. So your next one after, there's two of them, but we'll go with this one first, was your Heidi egg. They love your Heidi egg.
Yeah, my egg chair. I love that egg chair.
So is it just like, because I don't know what the hell it is. Is it just like a tarp type thing? Is that
Yeah,
how it
it's
is?
literally, it's an egg chair cover that I bought on Amazon for the egg chair, but the egg chair cover that I bought is bigger than it should be, so there's extra room in it, like in the actual like curtain it, and it had the window and everything, so I can unzip it and I can zip it back down and sit in there and look out a window
I was saying,
inside the
it
egg.
looked like a little house.
It is
Like,
pretty
literally a
much, yeah.
house.
The egg chair is just like a regular egg chair, like with
Yeah.
bamboo or whatever on the outside. But then I put that on it because I was like, I want to sit out here when it's like cold and raining and stuff. So I got the cover for it because I didn't want to take the cushions inside. So it's just it's literally an egg chair cover that I bought on Amazon.
Is it like the basket chair?
It's not the hanging one. Hold on, I have.
Yeah, it's not a hang on. It has like a little...
I didn't want the hanging one because I had literally had nowhere to hang it, or I would have. There it is.
Yeah, you don't have really any good spots to hang that.
That's fucking awesome.
Right?
Yeah, people loved that one. But then tied with it was your homemade jelly. People were intrigued by that.
I make jelly every year. Yeah, it looks like almost like that, just bigger. It looks like that, but with legs, pretty much.
I was gonna.
Yeah, it looks this one. That's actually the one I have.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
I was gonna say this is the one I have.
Yeah, no, this one has like the whole top and everything on it too. So you can like sit it in it.
Jesus Christ.
No, I got it on Amazon. It was a wedding present, so I didn't pay for it. My dad did.
Well, from the price of that, from Wayfair.
Oh no, it was the same exact one, but I got it on Amazon.
No, I'm saying if you were to buy it from Wayfair.
Yeah, it's obnoxious.
That's
Megan and I actually assembled it. I asked her and Josh to come over and I was like, the reason I'm asking you to come over is so you can help me build something. I really don't need Josh to come and Garrett's useless. And she was like, okay. And so we came over, I made food, and we built the fucking thing.
It's so hard to get either of you two out of your house.
I know.
We just talked about that yesterday.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard to get me out of the house, too. So
Yeah. I don't
no
like
fucking
leaving.
angel.
I like being home.
Me too.
I don't blame you.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, you can fight me every once in a while. The fuck? I'll bring food.
I like that.
I do like to see my friends. Even if I don't like to leave, I like to see my friends.
That's why I leave. Sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Lately, a lot.
I'm surprised. It's the most I've ever seen you leave the house besides work.
Yeah. Well, that's because I'm forced to leave the house for work. I haven't figured out how to Bluetooth my job yet.
No, me neither.
Yeah, I
They
wish.
don't have those smart...
How many times are you
mixes
gonna
yet.
fuck with your waistband?
Few.
It's been like a few
can-
more than a few.
You ever worn like tight underwear and you can feel the band rolling down?
No, that's why I don't wear it.
Touche.
Yeah, no, same thing.
Bad question to ask you.
Well, I do the same thing, though. If I notice it's too tight, I just don't wear it.
Yeah. If I notice I have an issue with something, I just stop wearing them.
Yeah.
And that's called accessibility.
It's healthier for you anyway.
Or you can do Alyssa style. Just keep every article of clothing you own and then take up a whole fucking closet.
I have 4 closets and a whole room and a basement and 2 walk-in things upstairs filled with clothes.
Do you wear them all?
No.
So
But I can't get rid of them.
Why not?
Because I wear them sometimes.
No. She might wear them one day, next year, in the future.
The
2
ones
years
that are in the
from now.
crawl space, no, I haven't worn them and won't be able to ever wear them. And I want to go through them because I have a jacket in there that I know I want and I know it still fits. But I want to see if it got eaten by anything yet. Because I threw it in there in a frustration. But no, I have all the closets and the drawers and everything. I wear most of it at least once a year. The problem is I can't wear most of it to work, so because I don't have a fancy job. I have a
Spicy.
it's
I almost
monster.
choked on it.
Okay. Swallow,
I was-
chew, swallow, breathe. Don't try to mix them up.
You giving me blowjob techniques?
I don't know
if you're
what.
chewing,
yeah,
you're doing
that's
it wrong.
I was
yeah.
gonna say it's terrible direction.
Yes.
No teeth involved. No teeth
No,
involved.
no, God, no. Ow, ow, no. That's wrong. I don't know what the fuck kind of shit you're into,
I
but
am
that sounds
not.
crazy. Okay, well, yeah, you're the one that went
I
there.
don't know. I know. You took that route by
You did.
yourself.
Uh-huh.
So
I
you
was
guys
talking
are
about you
focusing
drinking.
on the chew. I was focusing on swallowing and breathing.
Yes, well, I was focusing on the
Okay.
chew, swallow, and breathe. Because that's what I said.
Yeah, it was 2 do's and 1 don't. You don't chew.
Yeah.
That's what that really was.
Yeah.
Oh.
2 truths
I
and a
don't chew
lie.
when I get
Yeah.
blowjobs, so.
That's what that was.
Yeah. Forgot about that.
No teeth. No teeth. So, back to your homemade jelly.
Jelly.
10 minutes later.
Jelly.
Yeah, people ask all the time, and I can't answer because I'm not you, so I didn't do it. Like,
Meh.
how'd you do this? What's this? I'm like, I don't fucking know. I don't know what any of it
You
is.
could pass
just
on the
here.
questions to me.
Yeah, they
Do a
mostly
Q&A.
they want to know if it was like a family thing. Like, does anyone else in your family do exactly what you do, or do you do your own type of spin on your jelly? Because you put in there like what you do.
Yeah.
They just want to know if it's like a whole family thing or is it just a you thing.
No, I'm the only one that's ever done it.
Even the canning part.
The canning I learned from my mom.
Okay.
She canned mostly tomatoes, and tomato sauce.
So you expanded on.
I
it and
expanded on that because Garrett's family owns the grapevines, so they have Concord grapevines, but
Oh,
they
okay.
used to make wine with them. They never tried to make jelly. So I was the first one in his family and my family to ever branch out and do jelly.
Oh, okay.
So I did the Concord grape jelly. So I made the grape juice and then I made the jelly, and that was all a trial and error over the past like 7 years. So I started making the jelly, and then I started doing other things and making, salsas and this and that. And so
Yeah.
there's a girl I follow on TikTok, and she calls herself Rebel Canner because she does everything you're not supposed to with canning. So
Pretty sure you tagged her in one year.
yeah,
before.
I do it too, but I didn't know that like other people did that. I always just thought I was doing everything wrong, but because I'm literally a chaotic person.
Yeah.
And no, she does it too. And I was like, well, as long as it doesn't have like mold on it, it's fine. If it smells good and it has a seal, it's fine. So it doesn't really matter. So I started doing like a lot of different hectic cannings and stuff, but the grape jelly is and all the jellies I've been doing myself, and I never really measure anything perfectly. So every year is completely different.
I don't either. Like, Alyssa loves a lot of the dinners I make. She goes, "How'd you do that?" I'm like, "I don't know."
Yeah. Yeah, no.
Like, I just put this and this and that. It tastes good.
I need to do that. I need to write down recipes or film them when I'm making them so I can return to them the next year to follow what I did, because it'll work out and I'll be like, this was perfect, and I won't be able to replicate it. And
Yeah.
I'm like,
Wish I remembered about the jelly. I was gonna have you bring some too.
I'm sorry.
Ain't your fault. Fuck you
I actually usually carry
Oh, do
jelly
you?
with me to give
She's a jelly
jelly,
distributor.
or especially if I made something recently, I will grab a few jars and throw them in my bag in my truck, and then if I see somebody, I'll be like, oh, do you like this? And they'll be like, yeah. I'll be like, here, I just made this, try it, which is what I did with the ghost pepper
Dude,
salsa
that's what my
that I
great
made.
grandmother does.
I grew ghost peppers, and I made some salsa verde with the ghost peppers and green tomatoes from my garden and cilantro and stuff from my garden, and it was bomb. And Josh ate 2 whole cans of it in like a day. He was like, this is delicious. So yeah, it was really good. But when I first made it, I made them in little jars, and I just kept giving them out to everyone. I was like, here, try this, here, try this, here, try this, here, try this. So I was like distributing canned goods.
That's
I'll
interesting.
have to try a jar of that too.
I'm running
I
low
assume
on
you
it now.
still
I'm gonna have
have
to
some?
make more. I think so. I made 2. I made a habanero one and a ghost pepper one.
Both of them sound.
And I made habanero pineapple. I made habanero pineapple hot sauce too, but I only made 3 things of that because I didn't make it. I didn't can it.
We should do like a tasting video. Make like a flight of
Yeah.
all this stuff and just do a tasting
I will
video.
happily make that. So next year,
That'd
I'm
be fun.
actually gonna grow. I'm hoping at least 10 different varieties of hot peppers.
Mm-hmm. So
everything from like a jalapeno all the way to a Carolina Reaper. So I want to, because I want to make different levels of hot sauce
I'm a whore
with
of
different
spicy.
flavors. Yeah, so that's why I want it, because I want to have a plant for each spice and use those peppers and make a variety of hot sauces from small, like, not spicy to spicy, and just like, because everyone likes hot sauce and I like hot sauce, and it would be delicious, and it'd just be fun because then you could do something like that.
I like it. My stomach doesn't like it.
Yeah.
So it sucks for
You gotta
me
be
'cause I do
careful.
like having it, but I can't have a lot.
Yeah.
I love spicy stuff. When you get to the like real spice, that's when the butthole starts to hurt.
Yeah, that's
Don't
when the
hurt
butthole
stomach.
starts. Yeah.
Just hurts
Mine's my stomach.
blowing out the ass.
My stomach hurts if I eat too much spicy stuff, but it takes a little bit, especially because I have a high tolerance for it.
Even like if, an example, buffalo chicken dip ain't even that spicy at all. I can have like 2 bites. If I have more, my stomach starts
It's
hurting.
acidic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So it sucks. I do love the flavor. I just hate dealing with the pain after.
Yeah.
It sucks.
That's why I make it and give it to everyone else, because then I get the props for making it, and then I don't have to eat it all.
So
I was gonna say you got stomach problems too, don't you?
Oh, I have so many stomach problems,
Yeah.
but like I just ignore them half the time.
I
Because
was
I like
gonna
food.
say I see you get coffees every day with fucking milk and shit in there. I'm like,
No, I don't. I don't have. I
not
never
every
have
day.
milk.
I thought you did that once in a while.
I have coffee, yes, and I usually put something in it, but it's not. It's usually a non-dairy milk,
I thought you.
or I
Oh,
drink
like
it black.
Like the lactate or something like that?
No, I can't
Or
have
is it-
lactate. That's still milk.
Oh, is it? Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I have to have non-dairy milk.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I've been slowly introducing milk products, but I will probably never go back to milk.
Just
But
small doses.
yeah,
kind
I'll have cottage cheese and sour cream and yogurt and stuff like that, but all that has low lactose.
of. Oh, okay.
So I will never go back up to cream, and even though it tastes the best in coffee, but I drink black coffee most of the time, or hot coffee but I can't have black hot coffee. That just tastes like bean water, like gross bean water.
I just can't have hot coffee. I don't like, and even with the flavors, I don't like hot coffee.
Yeah, I'd rather have an iced coffee,
Me too.
but
I'm a true Massachusetts person.
Yeah.
Iced coffee all season long. Doesn't matter.
During one snowstorm, we were plowing, and there was this Dunkin' Donuts in the lot we were plowing, and I literally called Garrett, and I was like, I need coffee. And he's like, okay. And he's like, I was like, do you need anything? So he wanted like something to eat. And I was like, all right, cool. And so I took the loader over there, went inside. I got a large ice black and whatever he wanted. And then I went over to him and handed him the whatever he wanted. And I handed him, he's like, did you get an iced coffee? And they saw me get out of the place with my gloves on, my hat on, I think I had my whole snowsuit on. And I'm waddling over to the loader with my iced coffee in hand. And I'm just like, dee-dee-dee-dee. And I climb up there, and one of the plow truck guys saw me, and they were like, did you get an iced coffee? And I was like, yeah, why? And he's like, aren't you cold? I go, yeah, but I don't like hot coffee. I need caffeine. And he was like, okay. And Garrett was like, why didn't you just get a hot coffee? And I was like, cause it's hot and I want to drink it now.
Yeah,
there was also no cup holder in the loader, so I had to drink it.
Ice is easier.
Exactly. And
ice is easier to hold.
It also fits in a duct tape cup holder. You know, you put the duct tape on the floor and you stick the cup in it. Yeah. So
we do in some of the mixers. We have, I don't know what the size of it, but like a PVC pipe. And we cut it and we put it in the cab, and that's perfect for a large coffee.
Exactly. That's why I always, when I'm in something big, I usually get a large coffee because it sits better in the holder of the makeshift holder.
Especially in the duct tape one, because it's probably that big.
It's perfectly thick.
Perfect for that bottom section of the large coffee.
Yep.
So the problem with the machines we have for winter in my work, we run little Kubotas.
Kubota.
Oh, not little, like 300 size.
A Kubota.
So they're fairly decent size, but about 5 hours into it, my back hurts. There's zero suspension, so there's fucking coffee all over the place. It only articulates in the front. Not even the back. Who the fuck knows why. But yeah.
Special.
That's the big issue with mine. With the machines at my work. I don't have enough seniority to sit in a loader either, so that doesn't help.
I only plow in loaders. Because, well, I either don't plow anything or hit something if I'm not in a loader. But put me in the biggest loader possible, and I won't hit anything, even in the tightest of spots. Because that makes sense.
So
I literally can't even move the skid steer around without hitting something or getting myself into a pickle. And the skid steer is like the size of the table, and the other loader is like the size of the fucking room.
Yeah. Huh.
That's fair. All the time at work, like, people leave shit on sidewalks. There's some sidewalks we have to do that right next to the roads, or whatever the case may be. They're on the fucking platforms. They just leave shit.
Yeah.
I've hit fucking baby carriages. I've hit the red and yellow little tyke cars.
Oh, yeah.
I fucking smacked them right in the cars. I'm like,
hopefully there's no kid in them.
No shit.
Do you see blood? No? Okay, you're good.
Like, it's done some fucking damage.
Yeah.
And I just do what I did years ago and just drive away.
Yeah.
Because you shouldn't have had your car on the road anyways.
Yeah, you just keep going.
That's on you.
Yeah.
I drove a loader for my dad a couple of times because he used to plow for the city of Boston. Well, he still does. And he was like, I'm too fucking tired. Can you come up and do this? No problem. Got it. He's like, you feel something? It's not a sidewalk. It was the middle of a fucking blizzard. Just watch cars go over this fucking highway blade. Just right off the side. I'm like, that was a fucking Taurus. Or whatever the fucking case may be. Mm-hmm. So I'm used to it.
Even the cops tell you, just keep going. If a car tries to go by
yeah.
us, they just tell you, fuck them. Just go.
Yep.
Keep going. The signs everywhere. Don't crowd the plow. So I don't even... Well, when I did plow, I didn't feel bad.
Well, usually when they have loaders and shit, you have a driving ban anyways.
Yeah.
Unless you're an essential employee.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
My license says it. Mm-hmm. Or work ID, I should say. Not license.
Yeah.
But, I digress. You still shouldn't be out in the fucking blizzard anyways.
Mm-hmm. I've only hit 2 things in mixes, and they're never in mine. We call them the rookie sticks. You see a mixer, they got the orange sticks sticking out.
Yeah.
When I'm in a truck like that, I hit stuff all the time. I'm in mine without them, I hit nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Every fucking
Gives
time.
you like a
I'm in
false
one.
sense of security, probably.
Yeah, it's like even with backup cameras. Like when I was at FedEx for like that small period of hell I was there, I hit stuff all the time with it. Like, what the fuck? I'm like, what's the point of this damn thing? I hit everything now. And I used to hit nothing. Now I hit everything. I'm like a retard out here now.
I'm glad I have a backup camera now in my service truck because I backed right into a pole at a cell site. Literally, I was backing up and the guy was like waving at me because he's like, hey, there's a pole back there. And I was like, yeah, I know, I see it. There was 2 poles. And I only saw one of them. The other one was directly behind the truck. Couldn't see because there's a cap on it and it's a service truck. And I'm just like, boonk. And I'm like, he's like, I told you there was a pole there. And I was like, you didn't tell me there was 2. So then now I have a backup camera. So that blind spot that is the mirror that I don't have, now I can see. So when I put something, I can see the poles I'm going to hit. It's great.
Not even our new mixers have backup cameras.
I want to get one of them fancy mirrors. They come stock in a lot of cars now. But I think you can
The one with the
order
camera
them
in it?
where you can just flip it and it becomes a camera.
Oh, yeah, I've seen those. Those are pretty cool.
Because I don't have a cap or anything on my truck, but I want a backup camera.
Mm-hmm.
It just comes in handy for loading fucking trailers or doing whatever else.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I can hook up to any trailer now with no help at all, and Garrett hates it because I'll just be like, he's like, all right, there's the trailer, and then he'd get out, and he's standing there, and he's guiding me, whatever. I'm not even looking at him. I'm just on the camera, like, boop, and then I look up, and he's like pointing at me, and I'm like, what? And he's like,
What the fuck?
He's like, you weren't listening to me. And I was like, you wanted me to back up to the trailer, right? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, well, I did, didn't I? And he's like, yeah. He's like,
I wanted to feel like I was a part of it.
exactly.
It's bullshit.
Exactly. And I'm just like, I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you. That makes it much easier to hook up. Now I can hook up the service truck to the load bank with no help. Don't have to find somebody at the shop. It's great. Just back right up. I get the hell out of Dodge with no one to talk to me, no one to tell me what to do.
I don't like talking to people.
Me either. I sneak in and out of the shop without no one hearing me sometimes. And they're like, we haven't seen you in like 2 weeks. I'm like, I know.
Hey, that was
Been
the
here
point.
all
That was
day.
the point.
Don't worry.
I'm still working, I
That
promise.
was the point. You fucking ruined it 'cause I just saw you.
Yeah.
I used to be a people person. Like, I love you guys. And all that
I hate
shit.
people.
Friends, family are different than people.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
You know what ruined me being a people person? People.
Yeah. Yeah, usually. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, idiots ruined it for me.
Mm-hmm.
I just can't deal with them. It's ridiculous out there.
Yeah, not a fan. Not a fan.
Alright, now, moving on. These two are also tied for next. They like your Bath and Body Works one, the showing your age one that you said, like these vintage things.
Yeah, those are. I was actually just talking to Megan about that because we were literally just at Bath and Body. We were at the Providence Place and we went to Victoria's Secret and we were smelling all the smelly things and I was like, I have Bath and Body Works spray from 20 years ago, literally 20 years ago. It's freaking like all of those were in my mom's closet for years, and when I moved, she gave them all to me, and I was like, these are disgusting, but then they still smelled good, so I still use them. So yeah, they're like super expired, but.
And that's tagged. It's tied with your dogs.
Which
I
one of
love
my
the
dogs?
doggos.
One of my dogs.
If I remember correctly, it's one. One of them was on the couch, looking out the window, just hanging out
Yeah,
the whole time.
that's normal.
Yeah, that's pretty much all it was, and 3,000 views on it because people love the dogs.
She's adorable. I need to get a good video of Octavia hopping down the stairs because she hops.
I see
Like,
videos of that all the time with
I was gonna say,
dogs
I
and
think
stuff.
you just sent me one.
Oh yeah, I did.
Oh,
That was that.
downstairs.
Yes, yeah. But it was dim, and the thing is I can never catch it because the best one is going upstairs to the downstairs, like the second floor to the first floor, because there's more light.
Mm-hmm.
But every time I go upstairs, I don't have my phone on me, so when I come back down, she comes back after me, and I always am like, oh my, and I can't get my phone fast enough. And going down the stairs, that one I had to trick her because she didn't think I had cookies in my hand, and she won't go down the stairs unless I have cookies in my hand. So she didn't see me grab the cookie, so I went down, and she was standing at the top of the stairs waiting until I opened my hand, and this time I remembered, pull out my phone, I opened my hand and said, Octavia, I have the cookies down here, and she goes, oh, and then she came down, and when she comes down, her ears flop, they're like, bloop, bloop. It's so freaking cute, oh my god. And I sent it to Megan, too, she was freaking out, she was like, that is so cute. She's like, why have you never shown this? And I was like, because I can never freaking capture it, because she's always in front of me, and we don't go upstairs that often, so. The next time I want to catch her doing that. I want to make her go up the stairs and go boo 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 boo. It's so freaking cute.
I see a lot of dogs do. A lot of smaller dogs do that. And
Yeah.
they hop.
She does it because she has bad hip or older hips. She's not hurting, but
Just easier.
yeah, it's easier to her like front paws, back paws, front paws, back paws instead of the hip movement of the rocking back and forth down the floor. So yeah.
Yeah, people love dogs anyways,
Yeah.
no matter what video or picture. Everyone loves seeing dogs or cats. Animals are they're funny.
They're so cute.
It's fucking sad watching them grow old.
I know.
My dog's 2. She just turned 2 in November. We couldn't figure out her age for the life of us until she basically was like 1.5, 2 years old. Because when we first got her, they claimed she was 2. I'm like, there's no fucking way. Because she would run around like a nutcase and fall asleep.
Yeah, no, everyone knows.
I'm like, that's a
pup.
fucking puppy.
Yeah, everyone knows that's a puppy.
Yeah. Once they stop growing, then you can kind of figure out. You're like, oh yeah, they stopped growing at this time, so they're probably about this age.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then she grew another inch or two, and she filled out a little bit. She still got a little filling out to do. Still young,
Yeah.
but and it's funny because watching her go down any stairs. It took her a little while to get used to stairs. She came from North Carolina, and then she was in a first single floor house, no stairs or anything.
She never really grew up with them, so she was like,
Right.
I don't know what these are.
And then we moved her to Jesse's parents' house. There was one set of stairs, and one going up and down. And it was trouble getting her out of the car to begin with. And then she was like, what the fuck is this? And I said, come on, you can do it. And she finally learned. And it's hilarious watching her go down any stairs. Because she's just solid black. And then all you see is a butthole. It's like a rocket down the stairs.
Yeah, that's Ferris.
It's a bright fucking pink butthole. And just
Ferris
down
has a
the
white
stairs.
triangle around his butthole, so when he's going down the stairs or anywhere, especially in the dark, all I can see is his white butthole in the yard. I'm like, where is it? Because I'll shine my flashlight, and just the white will pick up, and I'll be like, there he is. Just a little white butthole. Little triangle on his butt.
So, she is definitely in her terrible twos. And I was holding off for a while on a shock collar. I was holding off, and then she was just getting more and more stubborn. I was like, fuck it. I finally broke down. I bought it. It was a cheap little one. Came with two of them, one remote. Put it on her. She loves collars. When you take her collar off, she starts licking it. And she'll sit right for me putting it on. Put it on. Go outside. This was 2 nights ago. She immediately darted into the woods. Because it was my house, the yard, the woods, the college. Last thing I want to do is lose her in the college.
Yep.
And normally she'd listen. But she, like I said, she's just been a stubborn little fucking bitch lately. That's why I bought that. And I put it on. And she was doing good. And she saw something run in the woods. Had it in my hand. I'm like, no, call their name. Didn't listen. Hit the noise. She was like, what the fuck is this? Was turning around looking for it. Still didn't come. Called name 2 more times. I was like, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. Hit the vibration. She almost shit herself. She was like, what the fuck is this? I still have not shocked her. Because it works that well on her.
Yeah.
She came fucking darting right to me. Sat down right beside my legs. I'm like, wow, this is weird. You don't ever listen this well.
Like, don't do that again to me, please. That was scary.
Like I said, I haven't shocked her. I put it on my neck and put it on full blast.
I think I ended up buying the same ones because they're the one remote 2 collars. They do the Veep shocking and the vibration.
Yeah, and it's got an LED light.
Yeah.
I wish the LED light stayed on, but it does not. It stays on for however long you hold it, or it's half a second.
I got the dogs different like little lights for their collars, and I accidentally bought a bike light for one of them. And it is like her having a headlight on. And I ended up putting it on the old dog, and I was like, I should probably put this on the dog that likes to disappear in the yard, which is Ferris, not Octavia, because literally it's a headlight. I put it right here, and she can see everything in front of her. I can see her in the yard, but if she shines it in my face, I'm like, I'm blinded. What the heck? So yeah.
Blinded
If you need your dogs to be able to see, and you to see them very well, and them also to be your headlight if you're walking them or something, the bike lights, they clip right on their collar. It's great.
Right.
Yeah.
And the main reason I wanted the collar, is for the light.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, the past couple of months she's been getting super stubborn. But it was mainly the light. Because our backyard is pitch black.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it is.
Because the fucking douchebag neighbor doesn't ever turn the light on. Mm-hmm. He's got 2 lights. He's got the big spotlight, which literally lights up everything. It's like daytime. And he's got his porch light, which also does a good amount of lighting. And my dog is pitch black. As black as that microphone. Mm-hmm. You've met her. You've seen her. Mm-hmm. So, what do you get with a black dog in a pitch black yard?
You can't see shit.
I'm lucky I have good eyes.
Yeah.
Jessie can't see her for the life of her.
I'm proud. Mine is the white butthole. That's how I see him.
Yeah. I can literally only see her pink butthole. Yep. That's the only way I used to be able to see her. I'm like, this fucking sucks. So I got that light. It works. The remote has it's either a half a mile or a mile.
Yeah, it's a decent range too. Yeah.
I was like, holy, this is like $35.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, it's super cheap. I didn't think it would work that far.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's just, she's like a whole different dog. Even when she doesn't have the collar on, it's instantaneous that she listens to me now.
I'm scared. She's like, don't do that to me again, please.
That's all I wanted it for, was just more progressive training.
Yeah.
And it works.
Yeah.
She started, when we first did it, first few times, she kept like running away, trying to get away from the fucking noise.
Oh, yeah.
But then she learned. I'm like, come here. And I hit the button. She didn't listen. She's like, oh, you aren't fucking around anymore. I'm like, yeah, no shit. I haven't been fucking around this whole time, but you have.
Yeah, my uncle just shows the remote to the dog, and he doesn't even like seeing the remote. He starts barking, shows the remote, he puts his head down, just walks away. He doesn't even, they don't even shock him or nothing. He just doesn't, they did it once, then never again. They just show the remote, then he just behaves.
Like, Jess didn't want to do the prod collar. I wanted to do that for walking, because I don't like when she pulls.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, I'm a fan of shock collars myself. They work very well. So I was like, I guess I can settle for that if you don't want the prod collar. Whatever, no big deal. But I took her for a walk today, and she was pulling a little bit. I was like, whatever. It's been a couple weeks since I've taken her for a walk. She just runs around the yard like a nutcase. Mm-hmm. So we go up to Legion Field. I put her in the basketball thing, the courts, because they're enclosed.
Yeah.
I just let her run, have a good time, did a little training with her. Forgot it was fucking wet. She'd rub against my pants. I'm like, what the fuck? My pants were already wet. Now my ass is wet. But it's crazy how much it's actually helped. Even I remember to turn my sound off.
Yeah, sorry.
Whatever.
No one ever calls me, and because he already called me once, I didn't think he was going to call me again. He's probably like, I'm hungry. Or something stupid. Even though I told him already he needs to eat on his own.
As soon as she got here, he called him. He was all confused.
Yeah, he had forgot I was coming, and then he was like, but we have, like, Life 360. So he was like, I saw that you went home and then left again, and that you completed a trip, and then I realized, and then he looked where I was, and he remembered, and I was like, so you forgot. He's like, so what do I do for food? I'm like, you're an adult. Feed the dogs.
I even asked you
Figure
if he
it
was
out.
capable of doing this. I said, if you want, you can bring him.
Yeah, no,
You're like, no, he's going to take care of the house. I'm like, is he capable?
Barely. He literally asked, did I feed the dogs?
Well, that I can get, because depending, I don't know what you do for a dog's, like, food schedule or anything.
Usually it's like 4:30 as the earliest. I was home at 3:30.
Oh, okay.
And he knew I left before then.
So, yes. Because, like, my uncle's dog, he's on, like, he doesn't eat till, like, 7. So, I mean, I get it, the different schedules.
Yeah, they eat between 4:30 and 7:30 pretty much. Whenever we get home from work and whenever we're eating, unless we're going out, then we feed them before we leave and then give them a little food afterwards.
Okay.
But they have like a variety of, and they have food in the morning too. So like whenever they're out, like they ate when I was home because that was because they're leftover food from the morning. Because they get kibble in the morning and they get like more than kibble at dinner.
Yes, they didn't have their actual dinner.
Yeah, they didn't have like their wet food and their medication and all the other things. So
Your dogs are a little heavier than mine, I assume, right? They're
65. Sorry, yeah, 65, 85, and 100.
So the 65-pound dog. Which one's that?
Riley,
Is
the
it
little
Riley?
brown one.
How much do you feed her?
So they all get. I feed them all because of their personalities and the way they eat because I know them. Octavia gets more food. I think between them all they get like a cup and a half maybe of kibble at night. In the morning we just split up we just put some in each bowl because they each eat out of each bowl. But she gets probably the least amount of food at night because she doesn't eat as much because she's less active. And I notice she eats more when she's more active, so I can tell by the day she had if she's going to eat it all. And then Ferris, I give him about the same amount as Riley because whatever she doesn't eat, he finishes because he will gobble up his food. And Octavia will also eat everyone else's food, so I give her the most food because she will stop eating when she's full. So I fill her bowl the most, plus she's the biggest. So because we were giving her the same amount as the other two, and she was like wicked needy for food, and we gave her a little more kibble mixed in with all the wet food and everything, and she wasn't as mean and needy and being like, I'm hungry, and pushing Ferris out of the way. So she gets, and then in the morning I think in total they get like 3 cups of kibble, maybe 4 a day that they probably consume, but they're very not active dogs. like at all. They do not want to be active, so they are a potato. And they get a can of wet food. They get a half a can of wet food per dog, and then bone broth, and like if I have some vegetables, I throw it in there, coconut oil, and whatever else I want to throw in there for them that day.
I only ask because Luna is very active. If she's not playing with toys or outside,
Yeah.
she's running like a nutcase.
Yeah.
She wouldn't leave me alone the one time I came over to check out your place.
Yeah.
Remember, she was fucking all over me. She was licking my head. I was like, can you fucking get this dog off me? This fucking little shithead. I'm trying to fix your laptop or Jesse's laptop, whatever.
Yeah,
I got a
it's mine
dog
now.
all over my head. I'm like, what the fuck you doing? I can't figure this thing out.
It's funny. She's very picky with men, but if somebody comes in the house with me, she's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Some random guy, whether it's my dad, her dad, or my buddy comes in the house, not a fan. If
How's it
I
going
walk
with
in
ya?
with you, she's fine. She'll bark. She'll be
Yeah.
for a minute. But if I don't come in the house with you, and I don't say a fucking word to her, she'll be right up there barking at you. Barking, run away. Barking, run away.
Yeah.
Intimidating.
I'm gonna scare you, but I'm terrified too.
Yeah, shit.
I'm
I'm just as scared as you are, but this is my house.
I love when dogs do that. They try to be all tough and they back up at the same time. Yeah, you want? Yeah. Come, all right, stay over there. But I'm gonna fuck you up if you come over here.
Right.
Just don't keep coming closer. And they keep backing up.
And the reason I asked about the food is because I feed Luna about 3 cups of kibble a day. And I'm just not sure if that's enough because she's always begging for food at dinner time. She can, excuse me, eat, and then I'll sit down to eat. She's begging me for food.
She probably needs more food. Or I don't know if you want to maybe start giving her, like the kibble. Like, is that 2 times a day? 2 times a day
Yeah.
in the morning. Yeah.
Cup and a half
If you
each
want to
time.
do kibble in the morning and then maybe mix in like a half a can of wet food or something like that to add into the calories, because kibble is the baseline that a dog needs for nutrients. It has the minimum amount of nutrients to keep the dog alive. Where, yeah, there's cookies and treats and mixed in and, sometimes table scraps, whatever. So that's why I started adding in wet food, was because it was giving them a little more calories, a little more variety, a little bit more nutrients. So I feed them IAMS kibble, but I give them better quality, like higher quality, usually read the ingredients type of wet food. And it's still dog food, but I add that in, and I've noticed that the dogs were less hungry that way. Like, they were less upset. And she's still young, so even if you just wanted to give her more food, the worst that's going to happen is you're going to see her gain weight. And then you'll be like, okay, that's too much food. Because it could be she's hungry. Or it could be is she a lab mix?
Yeah.
Shut up, Siri. It's a lab thing to want food until they explode. So is it a personality trait, or is it actually she's starving? Because it could be either or, but she's young and active and not hurting or anything. So giving her more food, the worst that's going to happen is either she's going to stop eating and you'll know how much to give her, or she's going to start gaining weight and then you'll know, okay, cut it back a little bit. Or you can mix in a little bit more too, and then just, so keep the kibble, but add a little more wet food, and add maybe carrots or something like that, and little things that are good for dogs, like vegetables or whatever.
Yeah,
and
chocolate.
Not chocolate.
Piece of shit.
Yeah. And see, because if she's not begging as much, but also isn't gaining weight, then that means she needs that much amount. If she's not losing weight either, then, you're in a good balance here. But if she's still begging for food, I would give her more. She's young and healthy, so it's not going to hurt her.
I was going to say, I know it's not going to hurt her.
Yeah.
We do mix in eggs, we mix in vegetables and shit like that.
Yeah. The amount of food is, I judge by each day of how much each dog gets. And most of the time, like today, Octavia ate all the food out of every single bowl when she got home today. Everything that was left. Other times, she'll sniff the food in the morning, she'll sniff the food in the afternoon, and then dinner time comes and then she'll eat. It all depends on the day and how they are. Today they were wicked playful, so that's probably why she was hungry. But I just kind of give them a baseline, but we go through food at different rates because of each dog eating differently. So just give her more food. Worst she's gonna have, she's gonna get a little chunky, and you're gonna be like, you're getting a little chunky, you get less food now.
Honestly, when we got her, she was stick fucking thin.
Yeah. Bulk
Half
up a little
because
bit.
she was a puppy and half because she was abandoned.
Yeah.
So I wanted to put weight on her.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure. I haven't owned a fucking dog in 15 years.
Yeah. The best judge of how to tell if a dog is overweight is if you look at them, you shouldn't be able to see their rib bones, but you should be able to see the curve. If you look at the top of them, you should be able to barely see the curve in them. They shouldn't be round and plump. They should be, you feel the ribs through their skin, but not see the bumps and not have them concave in here, like right at the backside, but have a nice curve in. They should have a curve to them.
Okay, so she is still a little skinny then. She
Probably.
should probably be about 70 pounds.
Probably. And she's young too, so she probably could use a little more calories. So give her more food. Again, the worst that can happen is, and if you look up on Google, you can look up dog weight diagrams and you'll see and you can compare. Because some dogs are skinnier and some dogs are fatter. Ferris has a huge chest, but he still has a curve to him. And you can still feel his ribs and you can see where his ribs end, and that's all that matters. So if you just look at the chart and then match it up, be like, all right, and you could see if she gains a little weight, you might be able to still see the curve, and you'll be like, all right, and she's also... Shut up, Siri! She's also an active dog, so it wouldn't be bad for her to have a little more weight on her, because she'll still run around and have all that energy. So yeah. More food, better. More food, better. Hungry.
Probably burning more calories than she eats.
Yeah.
Type thing.
Yeah.
She's not losing weight.
Yeah, exactly.
She's hanging right from 60 to 57, 58 pounds. Because every time I bring her to the vet, it doesn't change very much.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm curious, and I'll take a picture and show you tonight. She's got this big fucking broad chest.
Yeah, that's how Ferris is.
And she comes way in.
Mm-hmm.
It was 10 times worse when we first got her, like I said.
Probably needs a little bit more.
And then everyone's like, I feel bad. Everyone's like, she's getting fat. I'm like, she's not getting fucking fat. She needs more weight.
People's judgment of dog weights is very skewed in either direction. You either have a very skinny dog that people go, oh no, that's the breed standard. That's what it's supposed to look like. Where it's like, no, that's underweight. But it all depends on the breed. And then other people will say, oh, that dog looks like it's fat when it's super skinny because it doesn't, or the dog will be a healthy weight and the people will go, oh my God, your dog is too skinny. But then they're used to a round plump, that typical household lab, middle class white people owned lab that is round as a freaking ball. And they go, oh no, he just loves food. And it's like, no, your dog is unhealthy because it's round. So it all, everyone's view is skewed. It's all up to how you feel about your dogs. I will look at Ferris and go, you are gaining weight, you chunker, because he does it every winter. Mm-hmm. He always gains weight in the winter and loses it in the summer. Eats the same amount of food, but he's less active in the winter. Riley stops eating when she's not hungry. Less active, won't eat. More active, will eat. She is so in tune with her body, it's insane. Octavia will just eat anything that comes in front of her and everyone else's that comes in front of her. But she's old, so whatever.
Right.
She's the elderly dog that just gets whatever she wants.
Old and stubborn.
Yeah, very stubborn. So.
And we're also looking to get another dog. Mm. This is just me. Luna seems like she's getting real lonely lately. Mm. She's just like the past
2
few
dogs
days.
are great. 2 dogs are great.
Yeah.
3 is too much. 2 dogs are great.
She just seems like she's down in the dumps. Like she didn't do fucking much yesterday. I'm like, I'd get on the ground with her and she'd be all happy as shit, and then I'd get back up on the couch and she'd go lay right back down. I'm like, that's not you.
The Fairhaven Animal Shelter has a ton of dogs right now.
Do they?
Yeah, there's a few puppies there too. Mm. I was just there. But they've had a lot of puppies in lately, actually. Like, few months old to really tiny to like a year old or something, and they were all like really good dogs. They were all so just freaking cute.
I want all the dogs.
Yeah, me too. Mm. Yeah.
And now that I actually remembered that I have 2 collars, that works out well because I don't have to buy another one.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Doggy.
I wish it had 2 separate remotes.
You can switch between the 2 pretty easily, I believe.
Yeah, it's
you
just one
click, yeah.
I've been looking up mini German Shepherds.
Have you?
Oh,
yep.
I can use a bathroom real quick.
Yeah,
Trying to hold it, but I'm
that's all right.
No.
Yeah, I've been looking up any mini German Shepherd mix because Alyssa doesn't want a big one. I don't really either, just because I know it's a huge fucking mess. Mm. So I've been looking up like all the mini ones, and man, I don't know how I don't have one yet.
They're so cute. The problem is with all of those, like, they're pretty much they're a mutt. They're a mixed breed, but people will breed them for the aesthetics. So people will like you see the cute one, but then there'll be the one that's like weirdly shaped, like weird sized, have weird fur and this and that, whatever.
Yeah.
And that one will end up at the shelter because like it's not what they want. It's not what the aesthetically pleasing one. So like that's how shelters have so many dogs, is people pick and choose what they want to breed, and then they're like, oh, I want this and this and I want this. Well, out of a litter of 10 you get 2 outcomes, and the other ones they don't want to sell, so they just were like, oh, we're just gonna get rid of them. That's most people, but that's not most people, that's not everyone, but if people are breeding like that, there's no ethical breeders that are going to breed that. Ethical breeders are going to breed good bloodline purebred dogs, not these like golden doodle poodle double doodle blah 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 bullshit things that people fucking do. I can't stand
that sounded like a coffee from Mary Lou's.
Right? Yeah, the doodle craze, everything that's going on right now. I'm so glad I'm on anti-doodle TikTok, because I think I would kill everyone who has a doodle. They are like, they're a double doodle, they're a purebred double doodle. I'm like, you have the muddiest mutt possible. They're like, oh, they're the healthiest, blah, blah. I'm like, it's gonna die. I'm sorry, it's gonna die. It's a dog, it's adorable. I love dogs, but yeah, I'm sorry. You paid $4,000 for a mutt.
Yeah.
Speaking of mutts.
Mine are great.
Have I ever shown you Luna's DNA results?
Is she purebred?
Not even fucking close.
How many breeds? Because I bet Ferris has you beat.
I think it's 7.
26.
Shut the fuck up.
Not lying. Not fucking lying.
Dude, that's like my
wild.
DNA test. I'm like
26 breeds. The max breed he is 9% Chow Chow. And he
you
might
made that up. That's on the Chinese food menu. I saw that yesterday.
Yeah. And he's, I believe, 7% golden retriever, or it's either 7% or 10% golden retriever.
That's wild.
I didn't get that.
Shut up! Why do you keep turning on?
That's why mine's off. I hate that.
No, this is like the most it's ever clicked on me, and it's not even my wrist hitting. I wonder if my bracelet was hitting it.
Could be.
Yeah.
Like Siri and Alexa, both those things I hate. Don't like either of them. They just listen to everything and they don't help you when you need it.
I leave it on because I do say it a lot.
It's my favorite picture ever.
Oh my god, that's so cute.
I do like that picture. Yeehaw.
We could not have lucked out anymore when it comes to buying a dog. She's very well behaved.
I could not have lucked out more with Ferris either, and he's my baby rescue.
Yeah. She's my best friend, without a doubt. She used to be all sorts of up Jesse's ass because she wasn't working when we first got her in COVID. Now that she's back.
Oh, I'm sorry. 20 breeds. I was wrong. They updated it because it said something else before. Yeah, the lab and the Chow Chow were definitely in the single digits, and now they're in the double digits. But yeah, he's 15% lab or 14% Labrador Retriever, 16% Chow Chow.
Chow Chow is what happens if a Chinese finds it and you lose it.
I think that's why he has such soft fur, is because he has short Chow Chow fur. And he's 6 guard breed dogs, 9% Pit Bull, 6% Bulldog, 6% Bulldog, 3% Rottweiler, 3% Boxer, and 2% American Staffordshire Terrier. And he's 3% Siberian Husky, 8% Cocker Spaniel, 5% Golden Retriever, 4% German Shepherd, 3% Australian Shepherd, 3% Collie, 2% Miniature American Shepherd, 5% Shih Tzu, and 2% American Eskimo Dog, and 3% Bagel.
Bagel.
He howls.
Bagel.
He howls. He has the most old man, raspy howl. It sounds
like in the cartoons.
Yes. No, it literally, and it's like he howls and talks. He learned how to speak without us teaching it. And now if I look at him and say Bork, he will talk. He'll say or something, and then he'll start roughly raspy howling, and it's adorable. And he gets all stressed out about it and everyone comes. They're like, "Why is Ferris stressed out?" Because that's him howling. Because it's the only time he ever makes noise. He never made noise when he was younger at all. He barely barks, but he'll howl. And Riley won't howl. I caught her once, and it was in her sleep. She was howling in her sleep, and she was literally sleeping, and she raised her head like this and went, and her head was stretching up off the bed, dead asleep. She then went back to snoring. I don't know. I really don't know. My dogs are so weird. She's 5 breeds, so.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's 21% lab, 20% German Shepherd, 16% Chow Chow, 14% Pit Bull, 14% Boxer.
See, there's Chow Chow in that one too.
Yep, I think that's where the blue eyes come from.
Probably.
The Chinese.
Yeah. 9.5% American Foxhound, which I never in a million years have guessed that. And 6% Golden Retriever.
So a few labs.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ferris definitely shows his lab because he looks like a chunky, short, stout lab. Because he's lab shaped, but he's shorter, and he's shorter this way. He's like shorter this way and this way. So that's where the Staffordshire Terrier and the Bulldogs and all, because they're short and stout and very bulky, and his chest is like chunky. It's like this big. It's insane.
Yeah, she's got the coat of a black lab.
Yeah.
Tuxedo pup, through and through. She does have some brown in her. But she's built like a pit bull. You can see all the muscle in her legs and her hind.
Yep.
Every time she stands on the couch, I'm like, fucking Christ, you're going to beat me up?
It's Riley because she's half Rottweiler, and Octavia who's full Rottweiler. So yeah, I got a full bred, purebred dog from the shelter for free.
Really?
But she was 9.
Oh.
That's why. But she was free. And she's a good dog. But she's a Rottweiler through and through. Full tail too. Full tail Rottweiler.
That I hate when people cut tails and ears. It disgusts me.
Some of them,
if it's needed, that's one thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
some of them also, some of them are born without tails.
Yeah.
So those ones are fine. But she's a full tail Rottweiler, and it's a freaking honking shit. Her tail's like that thick, girth wise. Like that's not fur, that's bone.
Girthy.
Like she's a freaking girthy tail. And it's like this long. It's ridiculous. And she has one strip of brown up the tail. It's all black with one strip of brown, and she also has a white butthole. So, Riley's the only one that doesn't.
I said, do all of them have white balls?
No. Riley's just brown. She's a mix. She's a marled brown and black and tan. So it's all over her. She's all the same color, even her butthole. She's a girl, so you gotta hide the butthole somehow. The boys. Oh, cool. Well, Octavia's a girl, so
it's
never mind.
fucking impossible with Luna. It's just there.
Yeah.
You cannot miss it.
Yeah. Riley likes to hide her little tushy.
Yeah.
It's like bright. Yeah. Yeah. That's how I can see both of them. I just see Octavia. Oh, when she doesn't have her spotlight on.
The only time I can't see her butthole is when she's pooping.
I sure hope you don't see it. I don't want to watch it. That'd be weird.
It's funny, just watching her run around. You know she's gonna poop.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go into detail, but
yeah, no. We don't need details on.
Hey, look, we're all here on Snapchat.
Oh,
are we?
Yes.
Hey, pretty soon.
I have a duck though. I was looking on Snapchat to see if she was close.
She said she's passing.
But she didn't open Snapchat recently, so she's not on here.
She's passing where we go grocery shopping, which is literally around the corner, and the Domino's is like 5 minutes from there. So she's almost there.
So speaking of Life 360, I also have that with Jessie. Before, I never liked to track locations. I'm like, fuck off and leave me alone.
Yeah.
But she was like, here, put this on just in case. I was like, all right, whatever. I like it.
Yeah.
Especially like if you don't hear from her.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah, no, I know that's exactly why.
She's coming home.
No, that's exactly why.
All right, cool. You'll be home soon. I'll call her. Be like, what's for dinner? Or what do we want to make? What do we want to do?
For literally years, I tried to get Garrett to even just turn on his Snap one because I was like, you've got to be kidding me, because he never answers the phone, and I never know when he's coming home. And I'm just like, hello, where are you? Hello, when are you coming home? Are you, like, what the hell's going on? Am I making dinner? What are we doing? Because I won't make dinner if he's not coming home until 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock. I'm like, this is bullshit. So finally, of course it wasn't me that convinced him. Megan and Josh were hanging out with us, and they were talking about it. And they were talking about that you could see the top speed the person was going. And I was like, and he was like, how do you do that? What app is that? Blah, 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 blah. And he was like, let me download that. Well, he tried to download it, and he had no idea what to do because he's so technologically declined. He's like an old man stuck in a kid's body. So he gave it to me. And I go, I'll download it too so I can see where you are. And he goes, no, you won't. No, you won't. Well, he made me set it up on his phone. So guess what I did? Downloaded it, sent my link from him so I could add myself. So now I track him, and he knows it now, and he doesn't mind it now. But he was like, "Why did you do that?" I was like, "The tax that you paid for me to set that up for you is me being able to track you, so I don't call you a million times and get pissed off with you for not answering the freaking phone." So now it's great because he actually snoops on me more than I snoop on him. He literally will call me and be like, "Oh, what are you doing over there? What are you doing over there?" And I'm just like, "What the hell?" I'm like, "I did this so I knew when you were coming home. You didn't need to know where I was. I go all over the place though, so it's nice because he can track me where I've been all day." He's like, "Oh, you went all the way down to Newport, then you went to Dartmouth, then you went to the Cape, blah 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 blah." I'm like, "Yeah, I know." But
Well, shit, I was there.
yeah, I'm like, I am aware. I did the driving, but okay.
Yeah, I
but
did that.
Now I can look on the Life 360 and just go, "Oh, he's at the shop." So if I know he's at the shop, then I can either call him and be like, "How long are you gonna be at the shop?" Or if I see him moving from the shop, I'll be like, "He's on his way home." Or if I call him and he answers, I can hear his truck in the background, and I go, "You're on your way home, right?" Making sure, but at least I have more of an idea. And he was so against it for the longest time, but I tricked him into being able to track him. That's the whole point. I just tricked him into doing it.
Don't worry, guys. Alex isn't as crazy as she looks.
Yeah.
We all need that from Megan, just so we know when she's.
I am as crazy as that look, and that's why I have Megan on Snap. So as I try to Snapchat her a lot, so she opens Snapchat so I can see where she is.
No.
Oh, that's right. She hasn't fucking shut that off yet.
She has it only for certain people, I believe. Because she told me, she was like, "I didn't like to turn it on all the time because she didn't want everyone to see it." And I was like, "You can just pick and choose who sees it." And she's like, "Oh," and I think she changed it. Because I pick and choose, and I have 23 people that can see me. It's pretty much like the people who I don't care to know where I am because I know them in real life.
Yeah.
But like, there's people on there that like I was like, I don't need them to know where I am at all times. But like, we all drive different places and different places for work, so that's why.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah. She picked either she chose you or she didn't turn it off yet.
I feel special.
Yeah. She probably. I think
tried
she said it.
For 15 fucking years to get her to do that. Tried for so long.
We all need to have her so we know how late she's really gonna be.
No
and stuff.
shit.
That's why
She's been pretty good because Josh has been
He is.
The thing is
on time.
we've
I know. He
been
likes to be
hanging
on
out with
time.
them a lot, and they've honestly been within the 5 minutes that either we say we're gonna be there and pick them up, or where we're gonna meet somewhere. Mm-hmm. They've been there within 5 minutes, and she's been there within 5 minutes. I picked her up just to do something, the two of us, and she was on time. So I think she might be Josh's like. Freaking go. One time Josh was making them late though. She texted me. She was like, "Just want you to know that Josh made me late. This is not me. It's him." And because Garrett does the same thing to her, where I'm usually like not late, but once in a while I will be, and Garrett will be like, "Just so you know, she made us late." And I'm like, rude. Because Josh and I are the same person.
It's so funny. I
love
was just
being
going to
on
say
time.
that. You and Josh are the exact
We
same
are.
person.
We talk. We
Anal
literally
about
talk about
cleaning.
it every time. How similar Josh and I are. It's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys are both anal about keeping your shit clean. Both anal about being on time.
I'm not as much in my vehicles as he is, though.
Yeah.
Like,
He's
yeah. I wish I could be that way, but I can't. Like, that truck looks lived in, even though I drive it once in a while.
Yeah.
My work truck is a work truck. I keep it clean. It's not dirty. But, like, it's not clean. Like, I'll brush it out.
It's funny.
Once in a while.
If you look in my Hyundai and my Ford, it all looks like they're lived in.
Yeah.
If you look in my Chevy, it looks like nobody's fucking lived in 3 years. I haven't driven the fucking thing in 9 months.
Yeah.
So that's the only
The
reason
Subaru,
why.
I think the Subaru is the only car that I had that it looked like show ready all the time.
Yeah.
But that's because I barely drove it, and when I did drive it, I didn't go anywhere dirty. My feet were clean. Everything was clean. I kept a towel on the floor and everything like that because most of the time I took my shoes off because I like to drive a standard without my shoes on because I was most of the time wearing boots, and they're just cumbersome and
Let's see
annoying.
if you still have your skills. I might let you drive my truck.
It's been oh no, I just drove a standard the other day. Actually, it was like a week ago.
That's why I love that truck. It's a ZF6. Makes me happy. Everyone's like, it's so gay driving a stick every day. I'm like,
I missed it. So I
might
missed the
not
car.
like it.
I missed
No
the
one
car
can
once in
steal
a
it.
while. Yeah.
no shit.
Like it was fun to drive. That was the only thing is I liked driving a stick because it's fun to drive. That thing just feels like it's comfortable. It's great. But I like driving a truck more than a car. That's why the Subaru was fun, but I didn't drive it enough, and it was always not the right vehicle for whatever we needed. So we needed a truck, and we use it all the time
I was
now.
going to say, I knew you when you had the Subaru, and you were never the Subaru type.
I always wanted a Subaru,
Yeah.
and I used to have a Mark 6 GLI,
Yeah.
and I had a Mark 4 Jetta before that too. So like I was always in the car scene, but then I bought the service truck, and then I was like, oh, well, I really like the truck, but like it was a service truck, so I wanted to. And then I got rid of the GLI, and I was like, I've always, literally always, my whole life wanted an STI or a WRX. So I had that, and I was like, all right, I did it. All right, cool. I don't drive it enough, so I want a truck now. So I traded it in for the truck. So now I have the Duramax. So, or the two Duramaxes. I just never see the other truck.
Yeah, I'm working on buying a 6.0 at the moment.
6 blow.
Yeah, it's got 100. It's a little baby. Like that truck's only got 230 on it. It's a little baby. The one we're gonna buy has 126 on it. But low mileage 6.0s scare the shit out of me.
Mm-hmm.
Any other vehicle besides the 6.4. A 6.7 could be a 7.3. Any Duramax, don't give a fuck. Low mileage 6.0s scare me.
Yeah.
Are we doing on time?
Doing all right. We can do a few more minutes. Cause I know like the first of me recording, the first like 10 minutes was us figuring out how to do an intro. So we got a little more
Well,
time.
you figured out the intro. Just take snippets of all of the intros and make one big intro.
No, I know, but that's just 10 minutes of clusterfuck in the beginning. Unless I
That is the
chop it.
clusterfuck. Yep.
That's why I gotta edit it. But we got probably another 10 minutes on here, realistically, time-wise.
Yeah, I went and actually drove that truck the other day. Like, I'm so used to my 7.3. Like, Jesse's got a 2008 Mitsubishi Outlander, and it rides like a brick. I got my Hyundai. It rides nice. That's a car. I drove this fucking 6.0. I am so used to the 4 Leafs that I'm like, oh, this is comfortable. Drove that truck. It was like being on a fucking flat lake. I was like, wow, this is wild. And even bone stock that pushes more power than my tune truck with injectors.
Yeah.
It irritates me, but I can pull a house out of its foundation.
Yeah, I don't plan on ever getting a truck.
You don't need it.
No. Well, I don't want one anyways. She wants one. I don't.
I like driving a truck more. Just more comfortable.
Yeah,
Especially because I do it every day, like in my work truck too. So I go from like I go from a truck to a truck, and they're like the exact same truck.
No.
Just one's 2 years newer.
I just don't like being in my mixer than going into a pickup truck. I don't want to do that.
I feel like I'm sitting like in a go-kart when I'm in a car. I feel like I'm.
My next car is a Camaro. That's next on my list.
Yeah, I want to buy something fun this year.
I'm still paying for my fun, so I will be for a while.
Oh, yeah.
So that's my fun.
Happens when you own a house. You can't do double, triple payments.
You know.
I'm also still paying for my fun. My Chevy's still broken.
Yeah, I'm almost done paying mine.
Mine's done next month.
I got like another.
That's my head.
Okay,
think
old
like-
man.
I think I got like another year.
There goes the ankle.
I think a year at most. I think on mine. That's it.
I was gonna say you paid a good portion of that car off, didn't you?
Yeah, I got like $3,000 left.
Ain't bad.
Is that the sign Megan got you?
Yep.
Yeah, she was inquiring with me when she was looking for one.
Yeah, I love that thing.
Yeah.
That's not as bright as it goes. That's the dimmest it goes.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, it's got a dimmer. It's down there
That's cool.
somewhere.
Yeah, I will also never in my life have another car payment. All set. I'll stick to my shit boxes that are owned outright. Fuck a car payment. That thing has fucked me on my credit so hard.
Oh.
Good example. 2.5 years ago, it's taken me this long to bring it back. I did 2 or 3 double payments in a row. I was saving some money to go on vacation. I said, put these in as the monthly payments, not towards the principal. 2 months in a row, they put them towards the principal. Didn't catch it till a year later. Because nobody ever told me about fucking Credit Karma.
Right, yeah.
So I just assumed in the back of my head, like the fucking idiot I was, that they did what I asked and didn't fuck me. It dropped my credit 275 fucking points.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Over 2 months of a fucking car payment?
That makes sense.
I was fucking pissed.
It's stupid. No, it makes no sense, but it makes sense. It tracks. It tracks with...
Yeah.
It really fucked
Anyone.
me because it was my only source of credit.
Yeah.
I didn't have the credit cards I do now. That is the only thing that saved my ass. Mm-hmm. One day on a limb, the only reason I found this out, I was like, we should go buy a mattress. This fucking thing from Amazon sucks. So I went, applied for a credit card, gave me some obnoxious fucking rate.
Yeah.
But it was interest-free for 6 months. Got it paid off in 3. 3 or 4, whatever it was. And then, no, it was the lowest credit card I tried to apply for. But, either way, found that out. Got the, it was through Mattress Firm. Mm-hmm. They were like, you can do it through credit or you can do regular payments. I'm like, I'll do credit. Fuck it. It'll help. Paid that off. Looked at my score. I was like, holy shit. Up 100 points. Then it plateaued. And then, out of the whim, I applied for this credit card. Expected to still have shit credit. Because I was approved for like 25-ish, 100. Mm-hmm. For the other one. It's a home improvement credit card.
Gotcha.
I got a real credit card. They're like, yeah, here's 10 grand. I was like, excuse me?
Yeah.
My jaw was on the floor when the lady told me. She's like, yeah, you just got approved. I was like, all right. She's like, yeah, 10 grand. I was like, oh, holy fuck.
Yeah. I looked at right before we moved. Both my cards got $2 grand increase.
Yeah.
And a boost. And I got 2 with about 10K on it.
That's crazy.
Yeah, literally, it was exactly a month before we moved in. I happened to get it because then the guy, the financial guy was like, hey, what's this on the credit card stuff? You open up a new account? I was like, no, what are you talking about? So I had to look into it. I was like, oh, no, I just got a fucking credit increase. Couldn't come at a better time.
Mm.
Seriously. But yeah. Fun fact for you. There's not a lot of countries out there that go off of credit scores. Mm. Credit scores are sand and dirt to most countries. Mm-hmm. Like, you need a place to live? Here's a house. Yep. Pay it. Don't give a fuck how long it takes. Mm-hmm. Then there's a U.S. 30 years. We're going to charge you 7% compound interest, so you'll be paying us $1.3 million on this $350,000 house.
None of it makes sense anymore, and I don't know.
No, it's fucking stupid.
Yeah. No, yeah, it is. Mm-hmm.
Jesse was telling me about one of our friends. Bought a house in the middle of COVID. He had a super low interest rate. It was like 2-3%.
I fucking wish.
She was telling me, like, her sister, not Jesse's sister, the girl's sister, was looking at the paperwork. Guess how much they're paying for this $450,000 house in the long run?
Like $750. $1 million.
$1.3 million.
Ouch. That's triple.
How does that come off of 7% interest? That's what my brain can't comprehend. Even $750,000, that's almost double. That's not 7% interest.
No. I don't know.
No, I don't know how that works either.
Like, I literally did the math in my phone. Say they had a $2,200 a month mortgage. Maybe it might be a little more. I think I did 24 or 25. You multiply that by 7%, and it comes out to about $750. How does that work? That doesn't equivalent to 7%. This is what I don't understand. That's why I wish I took finance classes. That's not 7% of $450,000. I feel that. That's how I feel.
Yeah.
I know what was going on over there.
My tongue was itchy.
Yeah, I know what that was.
My tongue was itchy. I don't know. I pulled the muscle in my tongue the other day, too, by yawning.
I was just going to ask what you were doing.
Yeah, yawning.
That's
Yawning. I was by myself.
Sure.
Yeah, it hurt a lot. I couldn't try.
Tomorrow.
No.
I'll ask Garrett about that tomorrow.
I was yawning. It was a very good yawn.
She's married. The blowjobs have stopped.
Yes.
That's true.
They never started. It's fine.
Doesn't mean the toy stopped.
Why would I be sucking a toy?
I don't know.
That's not fun for anyone.
I don't know.
Yes, I pulled my tongue
Pulling a
sucking on a
tongue
toy.
yawn still doesn't make sense either.
It's a muscle. You can pull a muscle very easily. I pull my muscle very easily. My tongue, apparently, when I yawn.
I pulled it.
That was fucking rough.
Too bad that wasn't on camera. That would have been
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
much
you
funnier.
gotta do that stuff on camera.
Yeah.
Not like this.
I keep telling you.
Get a camera.
Now we have a good room to
Yeah,
set
that-
up the camera.
I need time to mount it and all that stuff. 'Cause I'd
I'll
probably
mount
put
you.
it.
That'll take
What
some
else is
time.
no? I'd probably put it somewhere over here. Probably the best spot.
I'd say either right here or right there. Right next to Thor's hammer.
Well, I can move the West Ham. It doesn't have to be there. Only camera I have is this one, and this thing ain't easy to work with.
Actually, fun fact for you, we could do a ring camera. Because you can do videos with the button.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Or you could just take a hour-long video and edit it.
Either one.
Yeah.
I don't mind editing. It just takes a lot of time sometimes.
Right.
Depends. Sometimes it takes me minutes, sometimes hours.
Be nice if you could connect it to the same program that you use for the voice. That way you know what time is what segment is what.
Well, I've gotten pretty good at that. Because I've done probably 3 videos where I've recorded off 8 different things. I just do a countdown and I click them all in a specific order.
Mm-hmm.
And then whichever video is the longest, I just drag them all over to that. And then I chop all that extra in the beginning off. And that's all linked up.
Mm.
That's fair.
Hasn't fucked me over yet. Everything else has been perfect.
Always save the original files, regardless.
Well, of course. Dude, come on. I've been in that business for 10 years now. I think I'm going to fucking make that mistake?
Right.
That's a rookie move.
I'm just saying, nobody's perfect.
Nobody's perfect. You live in your third again and again till you get it right.
I don't want to get copyrighted, guys. Please don't.
I don't think we're good enough to get copyrighted on.
That's not how that works anymore.
Oh, you just have to say the words.
Yep.
It's Hannah Montana. I think we're okay.
Hey, you technically aren't even allowed to sing Happy Birthday because that's copyrighted.
Oh, yeah.
That's a fun fact for you. That's stupid as all hell.
What? Was that English?
I heard, oh, he's a bay, is what I heard. No, what that is.
I don't. Yeah.
That's what it sounded like.
That is. Yeah. You're right. I don't know what that was though.
Dude, that's my life right there. That's what I deal with. I'll be in here working on something, and I just hear her watching her shows, and she gets excited, and I'm like, what the fuck is she talking
See,
about?
Garrett, when I talk stupid or say something, it's all, he always just assumes I'm talking to the dogs. Like, that's it. I'll be talking to him, and he'll think that I'm talking to the dogs, because I talk to the dogs the same way I talk to him. So, he'll be like, who are you talking to, me or the dogs? I'm like, you! And he's like, oh, I wasn't listening.
You fucking buffoon.
Why? Your name isn't Garrett. He's like, but your name isn't Ferris. And he's like, yeah, but I thought you said Ferris. And I was like, no, I said Garrett. Because I call Ferris Far and Garrett Gar.
Oh, okay.
So, but I'll like say like, hey, human, and he'll still not respond. I'm like, I'm
Oh,
sorry,
they're into
shit.
the dogs aren't humans. So, because the dog's like, okay, hey, human, I need you. And he's like, or I need you. And he's like, who are you talking to? I was like, human, not dog, human.
We don't have a little midget running around.
Exactly.
Dude, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, I'm talking to the friggin' midget in the closet. Yeah.
Not a kid, a midget.
Yeah.
Just want to specify.
No, kids are tiny humans.
Yeah. We plan on tiny humans, but a midget would be fun too.
Just a midget running around.
Yeah.
Fun fact for you. At the Bridgewater Mary Lou's, there's a little person that works there. It's an actual midget.
I haven't been there forever, so I don't know. I have one on
God.
one I go to.
There
so
was a midget
very
at
nice
a bar
lady.
that we went to.
But I was fucking... I didn't expect it when I first went in there, because I hadn't been to the Bridgewater one in forever.
I haven't either. Since I moved, I haven't been there, so I have no idea.
I was like, oh my god, it's a midget. This is fucking awesome.
Did you ask
Did you
the
say
Santa
that to
Santa?
her?
No. What'd you say?
Did you say that to her?
Fuck no.
Either
I
one
would've
would've been
got-
awesome
I would
to
have
say.
got punched right in my dick.
Probably. She's at the perfect height to hit you.
Yeah, I know.
Hey,
Except
she
the counter
headbutt
might have
you
been in the
too.
way. She couldn't reach. Like, behind the counter.
You can get a running head start because
Yeah.
you have to go around the counter.
Yeah. Because she'll launch herself on the counter and get stuck. She'll be like, oh no!
And it's funny, I only saw the top of her head. Because when you walk in there, that's Mary Lou's is straight ahead of you.
Yeah.
Yeah. and
All
the-
I saw
the
was her
The
forehead
counter's like this
and her
high
hair.
too.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, it's just somebody leaning over.
Leaning over and then started walking around and it's like, oh, that person's walking on their knees.
Oh, you're not on your knees.
You're not on
Yeah.
your knees.
What the fuck you doing? Never mind.
Oh, I'm very glad
Why
I
haven't
didn't
you
say
stood
that.
up yet? Oh, it would have been funny. Why don't you stand up? Get on my level. Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
Can you stand up and talk to me, please?
Yeah.
She doesn't have that good of a sense of humor. I would have said some shit like that.
I hate when people have no sense of humor. That pisses me off. There's so many funny things I want to say to some people, but they got no sense of humor. I'm like, all right, so I'll just be as boring as you are. Then I won't say nothing funny. I'll just sit here like an idiot instead.
Oh, man.
Hey, so I want to start doing something new at the end of the podcast. We'll start with this one. I don't know why this came into my mind when I was driving home today, because I love listening to music. Recommend a song for people to listen to. Any song, any genre, whatever. Or whatever your number one song is. You shoot it out there.
I'm going to go to my Spotify Wrapped, and I'm going to give you I think probably the top song. It's some EDM song, so no one's going to listen to it.
Only reason why is because I just got, I started using Amazon Prime. I got Prime Music. So I started adding stuff so I had more shit to listen to. So it's a thing I want to start doing so I can kind of listen, because I only have the same shit I listen to all the time.
My my top songs 2022. My Wrapped is here. Let's see. My genres. How many genres is? I forgot. I think I listened to like 40 genres.
How does one find that? God, I feel like Garrett.
I searched. I actually searched in. I just hit search and I typed in Wrapped, and then it'll say 2022 Wrapped on the top, and then you can click on it, and then you can either go to. I just clicked on this, and I'm going through that right now.
Oh.
My top song was "Up and Down" by Marnik. That's the name of it.
Yeah, I don't know that.
Yeah, no one will know. It's EDM, so that one is a hard style
Just in
song.
case, Darian. Don't have it playing, just in case.
I was trying to mute it, and it wasn't working.
It wasn't working.
Oh.
I played 1,916 songs. So my top songs. Oh, I had a country song mixed in my top 5. It was "Withdrawals" by Tyler Farr, but all of them else are EDM. So I'm gonna say that.
I'm just going to say this one of my favorite songs. It was one of the most listened to. Is "The River Just Knows" by Rodney Atkins. I jam the fuck out to that song. Full volume. It's cranked.
Yeah, I don't listen to much country. I'm starting to lean into it more because I listen a lot of country, but I listen to almost everything but country. So I'm starting to get into that more.
You don't have Spotify.
I do, but only because our podcast is on it. I don't use it.
You have Spotify.
Yeah.
Do you have any playlist that you love to listen to, or do you listen to radios?
I've been into a lot of podcasts this year.
Oh, okay. Because I was gonna say, in music related, if you make a playlist, like I have my like songs playlist, it's my favorite playlist. There's a button called Enhance, and if you click Enhance, it actually adds songs based on the songs that are in that playlist within that playlist. So it's like you're listening to the playlist, but you're also listening to a radio at the same time based on that playlist.
Oh, it's almost like Pandora, kind of how it kind of keeps.
I think so. I never had Pandora, but I think so. Yes, if you like the song and you listen to the whole thing, it'll suggest you more.
Yeah.
This is like, it's your own playlist that has all your songs that you like in it that will play, but every few songs, it'll throw in a song that they think you'll like based on what's in this playlist. But you still get the benefits of listening to your own playlist, because most of the time on radios, I don't hear a lot of songs, but I hear some new ones.
Right,
Whereas this, I listen to all the songs that I like, plus some new ones. And it does it with every I couldn't figure it out what it was until I Googled it, because I added it, I turned it on, and I was like, why is this playlist playing songs that's not in the playlist? Then I Googled it, Enhanced on Spotify, and then it answered me. It suggests you songs for it. So if you listen to a lot of music and you have a playlist you really like, it will suggest you more, and it's great, because I always am discovering new music that way, especially through radio.
Pandora kind of did that. Cause
Yeah.
say if I'm on like Metallica radio, it'll throw in like Guns N' Roses.
Yeah,
stuff.
exactly.
Start
It'll play
throwing
different-
in
yeah.
What goes with
Which
it,
is-
or what you would like.
It's just how Spotify radios work too, like a playlist radio, a song radio, an artist radio, whatever, and it looks like they're mixing the playlists with the radios to make them even more catered towards the listener, which I really like, because I'm super picky with music, along with I love music, but like there's certain genres that I can never find. Like I love one song, and then I can't find a song that sounds like that again.
Yeah.
Now I'm getting more suggestions of those very niche songs that I'm just like loving, and I'm like, wow, this is playing great music, and then I'm like, why is it playing these songs?
Yeah.
So it's freaking great though.
Like, if people looked at my playlist, they'd be like, all right, so you're a 35-year-old man that grew up in the 90s. I cut yourself once, and then you listen to 13-year-old girls' music.
Yeah, dude,
Like,
that's mine too.
I Want It That Way by Backstreet Boys.
Dude, if
Fall
any
for
person
You,
on the
Higher.
world doesn't have "I Want It That Way" by Backstreet Boys, you're only from this planet. Everyone listens to that song at some point.
You got like The Reason by Hoopstank.
I literally listened to that on the way here.
Shake
I
That.
love
Did
that
you?
song.
Yes,
I
I'm
fucking
I'm
love
dead
that
ass.
song.
That song came on in my playlist because it's mixed in.
When I was a kid, my mom and I would scream on top of our lungs that song. We'd drive together. That song
The
always-
Reason?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
love that song.
I hadn't listened to it in probably, I don't know fucking how long. It came up as a random song one day. I was like, oh my
Yeah,
fuck.
exactly.
And I knew every fucking word
Yeah.
to it.
Yep.
Yep.
I was like, holy fuck. Talk about
That's in my
nostalgia.
karaoke playlist, actually.
I gotta
good
get
one.
drunk with you to some karaoke.
There's karaoke tomorrow night.
Is there?
We hired karaoke for tomorrow night.
Dude, she's fucking awesome.
Yeah, we hired karaoke for tomorrow night. So if you come, you gotta do some karaoke.
Oh, I'll be there by myself.
That's fine.
Jesse's gonna babysit tomorrow.
That's fine. So come and
Hey,
karaoke
you
starts
can
at.
babysit me tomorrow.
We're aiming karaoke to start at 7 to 10. So we hired her for 3 hours, but it might be like 7:30ish.
What time do we officially start tomorrow?
5:30.
5:30.
Okay, that's what I thought. 'Cause
Yeah.
I know it wasn't that late.
Yeah, I know.
Because Alyssa works till.
Well,
8.
because we want to eat, we're gonna do the food. We're gonna eat, and then we're gonna do the
doing, like,
Yankee
swaps or
swap.
something?
Yeah, the Yankee swap, white elephant, whatever you call it. Gonna do that, and then right after,
Okay.
What if the
So-
elephant's black?
Yeah.
white elephant is actually what Yankee swaps are called. Past the Yankee, the freaking line.
Why don't you say albino elephant?
I don't know. It's a West Coast thing. White elephants are what everyone that is from New York line over calls Yankee swaps. The reason Yankee swaps are called Yankee swaps is because of the Yankees. That's all I know. Something about the Yankees.
Hey,
But
in Boston, we should. No, change
well,
that
yeah.
now.
Well, that it had to do with something between Boston
This
and
is a
the
sock swap.
Yeah, it's a
We
sock
swap
swap.
socks.
Not the Yankees, the baseball team either,
No,
the sports
no,
team.
no,
the
okay,
Yankees,
no,
the other
no,
that's
Yankees,
wrong.
the old
Fucking
Yankees, the ones that the Yankees were called because. So that's why.
I say no.
So you can call it a white elephant then. That's fine.
Albino elephant.
All right, that's fine. So that we're
The
doing.
neutral color
It's the
elephant.
gifts. It's the typical gift exchange. But we needed enough time to
Wait.
eat and do the gifts exchange before we started karaoke because the lights dim and everything for that.
Right, yeah.
So we're gonna do all of that so people can come for that and whatever, and then we're gonna start karaoke after that.
Okay. 'Cause I think Alyssa will probably be there like late. She works till I think like 7 or 8 tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly.
But I'll be
I
there
talked
as
to
soon
her
as it
already.
starts.
Yeah, so we're doing karaoke.
Sweet.
And I have a whole list, and because I'm hiring her, I'm giving her my whole list.
I will also be sober,
So are you practically doing a concert the whole time?
but I'm still down to sing.
Is that
if
what
you're
you're
down
saying?
to sing.
Probably.
Sweet.
I'm gonna try to get some people to come up with me. Alyssa,
I'm with you.
Darian. I think Amanda Veron.
If you don't fucking sing with me tomorrow, we're done.
I don't sing, period.
Oh, hopefully Josh,
Fucking sing
not
tomorrow.
Megan's Josh, Nicole's Josh, the one that did Wake Me Up with me and Nicole. He it was the three of us that went up. You guys were there for a little bit. The three of us went up. Or maybe you weren't there anymore. Maybe you left already. He was great because we did Evanescence, the
Bring Me to
Bring Me to Life. And he was like, oh, I know that part. And we were like, yeah, let's come up. There's 3 mics. And he came in right on cue, right on key. Wake me up. It was
I was
hilarious.
like, come on, the guy has like 5 words.
He was
said.
perfect.
You can't figure it out.
Yeah,
Come on.
it was, but it was so great. It was perfect. So I hope I can get him up there. Because that would be great. Or both of us, or all 3 of us up there. It would be
I was
hilarious.
like, he has like what, literally like 2 or 3 lines. And
No,
he has
there's a
this
whole rap thing.
Yeah, I was like, he has his whole little rap, and that's all he has.
Yeah,
So
that's
just
the
figure
point.
out the 20 words he says, and you're good.
Yeah, he didn't do the rapping. He just did the wake me up.
Oh, he just did the screen part.
Yes, but he did a great job.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's see
I
if
know.
my voice decides to.
I lost my voice
Agree
last
with
week,
me.
so that's why I couldn't do this any earlier. Was because I had no voice last week, like at all. Like I barely could talk.
Do we have anybody lined up for next week?
No, not yet.
I was going to ask if you wanted to come again.
I don't see why not.
That's up to you.
I was going to ask you as well.
Well, it's up to the guests if they want to do it again.
I don't think I have anything going on. I think we want to go skiing next weekend, but that's gonna be probably on Saturday.
Plus, I like hanging out with you. So, there's that. I don't know if you feel the same way. That's how I feel.
I don't like hanging out with me.
Wow. Unbelievable.
I don't mind hanging out with you, but I don't like hanging out with me.
Well, you're stuck with you.
I know,
Sorry to tell you.
Oh, so you're stuck with me too at this point.
Yeah.
I tell everybody that. Josh, Megan, Mikey, Alyssa, you. Garrett, just don't answer his phone.
I smell that pizza, and now I'm starving.
Yeah.
Did you ever eat your cake?
No, it's over there.
Are you freaking kidding me? Why didn't you eat it?
Because we got up and then we started the fucking podcast.
So you could have taken it out of the loud packaging and ate it silently.
I know.
No,
All
knowing
right.
him, he'd be that guy that talks like the whole movie, but with the popcorn in his mouth. That'd be him.
Yeah.
All right, you know
And
what
there's
I'm
popcorn
talking about?
flying everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's that guy. So when you guys go to the movies, don't go with Darian, is what I'm telling you. You want to say anything? I know you like to say a little thing at the end. Do you want to continue that?
Yeah, sure, why not? As always, I like to say thank you for everybody that listens. For those of you who do, spread the word, spread
Dude,
the
we're in
news.
Japan now.
Like it's your
See that?
legs.
We're in Japan now. I did hear what you said. I'm trying to behave and not go with it. But we're streamed in Japan now.
Did you know? Yeah. Some of the most searched things, because Google apparently does a most searched recap, just like Spotify Wrapped. And it goes by country of who searched for it. And because you said Japan, I believe certain places in Japan and like some other countries that are very sheltered, the most searched thing was like LGBT or Q or like lesbians or something. I don't know why, but like that was it. I was watching a podcast. I was watching and listening to a podcast. Rachel Uncensored, and she's from California, and she's a lesbian.
I think I've heard of her.
Yeah, she's Rachel Ballinger. The Colleen Ballinger's her sister, the one that does Miranda Sings.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
That's her sister.
I know that one.
And I was listening to it, and they looked it up, and they were looking at it because her friend looked it all up for her, and I was like, so they was like, oh, lesbians. That was most looked up in. Let's guess the country, and they all guessed America, and it was all these other countries like Zambia and Zimbabwe, and I think one of them was an Asian country somewhere over there. I don't know if it was Japan or not, but it was like a lot of the sheltered ones. They were looking up lesbians. And there was a few other weird ones in there that was very odd. But that was what made me think of that. Was apparently they don't know what lesbians are over there.
Going with Japan and Google, and I know where the fuck we were going with that.
Yeah, I know. I go all over the place. You know that.
I was expecting like anime porn. Is why I thought you were going.
No.
That's 100% what I thought we were going.
No.
I was like, not again.
No, just most searched words in certain countries.
I've already had a whole podcast about hentai. I don't need to do another one. I don't need that again.
No,
That
I'm filled
was
with random
trauma.
pieces of information. Did you also know, a random piece of information that I told somebody else today? Lava lamps are wax inside. So they're solid unless they heat up.
That's why they take forever to heat up.
Yeah, I had no idea. I don't know if anyone else knew that, but I did not
just
know.
learned that now.
That is
Yeah.
one fact that I did know.
I learned it like a few months ago on TikTok because a girl had one that didn't work right, and then she let it solidify, and she was like, yeah, it's wax inside, and I saw one today. It was in Guy's basement, in a box, and it was just the bottle, and I was like, that's a lava lamp, and it was solid, and I was like, huh, it's true, and I said it on the phone with the kid that I was on the phone with, and he was like, where did this piece of information come from, and why did you just tell me it? And I was like, oh, I'm looking at a lava lamp, and he's like, oh, that makes way more sense.
I think they use like wax with different viscosities.
Yes,
and shit.
That's
how you get all of the flow.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the solution that it's in is the wax is solid when it's cooler, and when it's liquid, it's less dense than the liquid that's in it. So it flows to the top, and then it cools down, so it drops back down, and then it heats back up, and it floats back up.
Lava lamps.